Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Meredith.
And welcome to This Is My Circus.
We should shorten it to TMIC. No, that's not even right, is it? This TIMC.
Is that what you said?
I don't think so. So never mind, we shouldn't shorten it.
If you hear deep breathing, that's Rex. He's right up on the microphone.
He is. So I think our little intro kind of goes with how our weeks have been going.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's just been so crazy.
It has been crazy. And I'm done adulting. Can we just sail away and be pirates or something? Because
I keep telling Dylan that I'm going to run away. I'm done. I'm going to run away.
It's just one thing after another.
He's like, can you please take me with you?
No, yeah, we can't. Well, we can't take Nelly.
And then I'm like, well, I can't leave Rex.
Right.
And then I'm like, well,
our pirate ship's getting full. So.
We're going to sink.
Oh my goodness.
So what's been going on?
Well, just like adulting stuff, like dealing with grown-up things that are not fun to deal with, like insurance stuff, and just making doctor's appointments and following up on things, which just reminds me, I forgot to we're supposed to order supplies for Brian's CPAP machine every few months, and that was on my to-do list today. I didn't get it done, so I need to get that done. Hey, he is just adorable. I just always get so distracted by Rex.
Yes.
So yeah, just been doing a lot of that. Winding down with school. So this is Jackson's last week. Is Dylan done, or does he have exams this week?
He has one final tomorrow, and then he's done.
Yeah. Is he so excited?
He is very, but then, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to be a sophomore.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Yeah. I did the whole thing this morning, dropping Jackson off at school. And I was like, this is your last Monday that you'll be a middle schooler. Just all the feels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Dylan, is Jackson nervous about going to the high school?
I did not think he was until I read a paper he wrote recently for school. And yeah, he says he's a little anxious about it. So,
Dylan was very nervous last year until the second day of school. I think it's just worrying about getting to your classes on time.
Oh, yeah.
The exploratory classes are in a whole nother building.
Right.
And so he was freaking out about that, not knowing exactly where to go.
Well, and I can relate to that because I'm one of those people who I get a little bit of anxiety. If we go to a new restaurant and I don't know how to check in. Do we seat ourselves? Do they check us in? Where's the restroom? Stupid stuff that doesn't mean anything. Yeah. So I can completely relate to just some anxious feelings.
And I'm very much the same way about meeting new people.
Mm-hmm.
Once I know you, wide open. But
yes.
Having to break the ice and get over that first hurdle of oh my gosh.
Right.
You go back to middle school feelings, what I mean?
Yes.
It's so weird. I was not like that for so long. And then I reverted back to middle school. It's awful.
Yeah. I was never I was friendly enough, but I was never the social butterfly. I had friends, but I wasn't the one to just go up and talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And then when my career started in ophthalmology and I was going in patient exam rooms and introducing myself all the time, I think I kind of got over that a little bit. Yeah.
Knew that?
Yeah. I was a COA, certified ophthalmic assistant. So yeah. So yeah, I did that for a long time. 15 years, I think. Yeah. So
learn a new
eyeballs. I know that's what it's all about, right? But I think because of that, I kind of had to get over that and just deal with it. But I do have news on, we've talked before about making new friends.
Yeah.
So I do have news on the friend front, and I'm sad.
Why?
Well, because Jackson and his girlfriend broke up.
Who broke up with who?
She broke up with him.
Oh,
I know, and he's okay now. He was a little sad, of course, but I think they're both okay. They're still friends, but I'm in my head, I'm well, this messes up my friend vibe. What the?
Yeah. And you said that.
I did.
They're not going to last forever.
I know. So I actually was texting her this weekend about some other things. And she was like, girl, we're still going to go see The Little Mermaid together, right? Because I had wanted to go see that. And I was like, yeah, if you think it's okay. Yeah.
So you're still friends.
We're still friends. It's just different.
No, it's awkward.
It's just different.
Yeah.
And with teenagers and whatever, it's there's 8 stories going around. And of course, the story Jackson's going to tell me is going to be the one that makes him look the best, right? So trying to get to the bottom of all that and make sure,
God, kid drama, man.
I
I
know.
don't miss that.
No, but I think he's looking forward to this summer because, they really start intense football workouts in a couple weeks. And he's looking forward to just really committing there. And, that's going to take up so much time and energy.
Yeah.
So I think he's looking forward to being able to focus on that.
Yeah.
And work through that. So.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I know.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know. Is Dilly still with his girlfriend? Okay.
Yeah. So they went, okay, so here's my gripe.
Okay.
So, there's a couple of shows that Dylan and I have watched together for years and movies that we have always gone to see together.
Sure.
And so when Outer Banks, the new season came out, he went over there and he was over there all day or whatever. And they watched the whole season of Outer Banks. And he came home and was like, oh, Mom, it was pretty good. And I was like, you did what?
Rude.
Right. Okay. So then Marvel movies, movies we have watched.
I feel like I know that about y'all. That's always been y'all's thing.
I mean, since he was
tiny.
3.
Yeah.
So the time he could say Iron Man.
Right. Right.
So he was like, I'm going to go to the movies with Riley. This was past weekend. And I was like, well, what are you going to go see? He said Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And I was like, you doing what?
Huh?
I was like, it's time. Y'all, this needs to end.
Oh.
It's taken my spot in our special stuff. So my feelings.
Wow. That's a little glimpse into the future, isn't it? Oh, that stinks.
I was in my feelings a little bit.
I get it. I totally get it.
But then last night it was 9:30 and he's like, Mom, you want to watch a movie? And I was like, yes.
Yes, we do. We did. What'd you watch?
We watched Avengers Endgame, I think. We watched that, but he fell asleep at midnight and it's a 3-hour movie.
Well, I was going to say.
I was like, look, I'm going, let's just go to bed. We'll finish it tomorrow.
Yeah. We've been watching basketball playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Jackson's mind has been. And of course, Brian has certain teams he's rooting against. Because we're one of those families, we go by player. We're not really big on specific teams, but we kind of follow players. So Brian is rooting against some people. I'm not going to throw names out there, but anyway. I mean, come on. No, it's just us. It's not like we have a big impact on whatever, but.
Well, I mean, our platform is growing.
It is growing. It is growing.
We may have more influence.
Yes, that's very true. And I guess when I said we don't have much influence, I meant Brian and Jackson don't have much influence.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Very true. Very true.
In the words of Marvel Spider-Man.
Very true. Hey, did you see the picture I posted on Facebook the other day of the fox?
Yes.
Wasn't that crazy? And I see him every morning.
Really?
And he's right at the same spot.
He looks like the Fox and the Hound.
He's so pretty. He is so pretty. He's very bright. The picture didn't do it justice. But so I'll let my dogs out and I'm right there with him and he'll just sit there and because I was like, oh, rabies, whatever. He'll just sit there and watch. He has no desire to interact with them. Doesn't seem aggressive. Yes. Whatever. So Jackson and I were talking. I was like, let's go find the fox den. So we go walking in the woods and I was like, okay, this is not another bad parenting moment. So we backtracked and we kept talking. I was like, well, what if we did find a fox then and there was baby foxes in there? He was like, oh, that'd be so sweet. I said, would you hold one? And he was like, well, no, I don't want to get an S. I said, are you going to say an STD? It's that's not how that works. He said, I meant rabies. And I was like, oh my gosh. I know. I was like, that is not how that works. And I said, I'm going to tell that story in the podcast. He was like, don't. I was like, sorry.
we were wide up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. We had a whole slew, a whole circus of squirrels out in the backyard. There had to have been 15 of them because one of our huge trees in the back, there's tons and tons of acorns come down. And there was 15 squirrels just sitting there eating. And I'm like, Rex, go scare the squirrels away. And he just looked at me
right. He had no interest.
I'm good. I'm inside. I have spent enough time of my life outside.
Right.
I am chilling.
He said he got up out of the streets and he was fine.
Yeah. He said no more outside. So I went out there and as soon as I opened up the door, they were all scattered.
Yeah.
But it's people that lived in our house before we moved in, used to feed the squirrels. They would feed them peanuts, hand feed them. So when we moved in, all these squirrels were like super close, and we're like, "What the heck is going on?" Like this is normal.
Right.
And so Brandon had asked the guy, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, we used to feed the squirrels." Like, so Brandon, thinking that it's funny, buys a bag of peanuts, like with the shells on.
Yeah.
They're all like, "Oh, this is great. The squirrels are up close," and I'm like, "Oh, this is gross. They're tree rats." We're gonna get banned from like the AS.
I know. Throwing alligators. Let's go back to that.
But yeah, so I'm like, ew, this is gross. Let's not do this.
Right.
So we run out of peanuts. We would turn on the kitchen light, and there'd be squirrels at the sliding glass door, like looking in our house. Yeah, like they like chewed on like the plastic of the door. They like put holes in our screens. I'm like, no, these. So then I started letting Mo chase him because Mo was like, I'm going to get one of these squirrels one day.
Did he ever catch one?
No, but I have a picture. The squirrel was looking into the door, and Mo was looking at the squirrel like they were
just ready. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's so funny. I do follow this guy on TikTok who has like kind of like that, like 2 squirrels.
Yeah.
And he's named them, and one of them had babies, and he's like, Maxine, bring me your babies. I mean, it's pretty cute, but anyway. Maxine. And I can't remember all the other ones' names, but.
I want it to be Alvin. Like,
and yeah, of course. And Theodore and Simon. But you're right, tree rats.
Yeah. Ew. No, thank you.
No.
Like, I don't do any kind of like.
Rodent.
I just like dogs.
I like dogs. I like cats.
I like alligators.
And I like alligators.
Alligators? How about the alligator that does tricks for marshmallows that I tell?
Oh my gosh.
Is that not crazy?
I feel like I need to do that.
I think that, that should be a bucket list.
Well, I started thinking about that, and I was like, I need to do this. And I was like, I need a pet alligator. And I was like, wait, what am I doing? No. Let's not do that. Who would have thought marshmallows?
I don't know. Really weird. So how do you think that this started with the alligator and the marshmallow? I would assume it was started stealing from like campgrounds.
I did not think about that, but you're right. Like, what made them think, they're carnivores. Let's try a marshmallow.
That's what I'm picturing.
Okay.
Is because one, I don't camp. So like, like I'm not a camper, but I am picturing a alligator like creeping up into a campsite and I'd be like throwing
like whatever you could find.
And it'd be marshmallows, and the little thing would be like, "Oh, these are good.
These are good. Let's go with that." My thought was, it's not the teeny tiny ones.
No, they look like the big giant ones.
Big jumbo ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm just like wondering, how did it start?
Right. And did they try other things before they did the marshmallow?
He just started twirling. You know what it is? It's probably the sugar rush.
Yeah.
And like it starts to
and that will stay on a whatever to get to
the stick.
Like a Pop-Tart wall.
Yeah, that's true.
They needed something that would stay on a hook or whatever they did. Or
I look like at the end of a stick.
Yeah.
But when I first saw it, I'm picturing a Disney movie where like it's spinning on its tail.
You had all kinds of thoughts about this, didn't you?
I loved this story. I was like,
it was funny.
Awesome. This is Snow White, esque.
Snow White. It's a redneck Snow White.
Snow White meets Little Mermaid. I don't know.
Meets Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah. So that was my fun story for the week.
I liked it.
I found on
I'm glad you tagged me in that.
Now, ever since we started talking about alligators, I see alligators on Facebook all the time.
It's because we're being watched.
I know it. They listen.
Mm-hmm. So our iPad, we have one iPad. Well, we have 2, but one's Jackson's, one's mine and Brian's, and it's hooked up to my Facebook feed. And Brian will go and look at it, and I don't care.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's nothing but like puppies and dogs. I was like, exactly. He's like gardening tips or whatever.
Yeah.
I like to work in the art and garden.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, do you not?
Because there's like weird stuff out there.
Well, yeah, but I enjoy like the pretty flowers and plants and stuff.
I am not like a plant flower person.
You're not?
Like, I could care less like if there's like landscaping.
Really?
Yeah, it's just not my thing.
I get it. We have
like unless it's like food involved, like if it's like a food garden, like I'm down.
That's cool. That's good too. So this weekend in Clover, they do twice a year a free plant exchange.
Oh.
So you go and you take whatever you have that you want to divide and switch it and whatever, and it's really a lot of fun. I've been going for a few years. It's fun for me because I like that kind of stuff. You would hate it.
Yeah.
Well, I drug Brian with me this time. And he just sat there, and it was so funny because he was like, these people get feisty about like switching the plants because, okay, you ready for me to explain how it works?
Yeah.
So You take your plants, everything's set up like everybody who brings this type of plant, all those plants are like grouped together. So there's one person in charge and she blows the whistle. And when she blows the whistle, the first time you go get one plant and then you're supposed to hide it. So like nobody else takes your plant.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious. Everybody comes back to the middle. She blows it again and you get 2 plants. So then you can go and pick 2 more. So you keep going until you're out. Like we went to like 6 or 7 plants. So I mean, I came home with way more plants than I took. So if you like to garden and like work in the yard, and I mean, it can get expensive when you, I mean, it's fun. But Brian was like, oh my gosh, these people are moving to get, because you can imagine they're not a lot of young whippersnappers. Yeah. It's, so he's like, they are hustling. He was like, and then they're hiding it and they want me to hide it. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
He was hiding plants.
No, he was, I had mine over there by him. I was like, babe, I'm just going to put these here. So I'm not, whatever. And somebody else was like, oh, can I put mine there too? And I was like, it's my hiding spot, girl.
Take them.
Yeah, sure you can. No problem.
Wink, wink.
Right, exactly. So that was our big excitement this weekend, was a plant
to have a big garden outside, like along our fence. Like it was all vegetables.
Yeah.
And we had the one, like it was like maybe our 2nd or 3rd year here. And like we had zucchini that were like huge. Like they were like the size of like a small child.
Wow.
They were huge. I mean, like no joke, they had been like that big.
That is crazy.
And like, they were, like that big around and huge, like huge. And we had, I mean, like it would just, tomatoes came in like crazy. And then we planted like jalapenos and they were the hottest.
Really?
Freaking peppers in the world. I mean, like we couldn't even like use like a whole one in salsa. Like it was so hot. Like, all the seeds out. Like it was bananas hot.
Wow.
And then we just got really lazy and we didn't do it again. I mean, like we did it for a couple of years, but now it's just all berry plants down the hole. There's like raspberry and blackberry plants.
Do you pick them?
Dylan and Brandon I'm not a big raspberry fan. I love blackberries, but like there's only like a small section of blackberries. Like that's like a huge majority of the plants we have. It's
cool that you got something going out there.
Yeah.
I've got like 2 little tomato plants and some potatoes. I'm not doing well this year either, but I mean, it's the effort.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I spent too much time reading lately. Did you read our I See You by Claire Mackintosh?
I did. I listened only because I have the Alexa app that will.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Okay. I kind of don't pay as much attention because
there's no inflection. Yeah. It's very monotone.
Then there's like a minute of like silence.
Yeah. I would look at my phone like, did I disconnect it or did somebody text me? Yeah.
I listened to part of it and I read part of it.
Do the synopsis part.
Okay. So I See You by Claire Mackintosh. Every morning and evening, Zoe Walker takes the same route to the train station, waits at a certain place on the platform, finds her favorite spot in the car, never suspecting that someone is watching her. It all starts with a classified ad. During her commute home one night, while glancing through her local paper, Zoe sees her own face staring back at her, a grainy photo along with a phone number and a listing for a website called findtheone.com. Other women begin appearing in the same ad, a different one every day, and Zoe realizes they've become victims of increasingly violent crimes, including murder. With the help of a determined cop, she uncovers the ad's twisted purpose, a discovery that turns her paranoia into a full-blown panic. Zoe is sure that someone close to her has set her up to be the next target. And now that man on the train, the one smiling at Zoe from across the car, could be more than just a friendly stranger. He could be someone who deliberately chosen her and is ready to make his next move. What did you think?
There was a lot. There was a lot of little subplots going on.
Yeah.
So I thought that this book was the book we're reading next. Oh. So I kept expecting that plot to kind of come in and I was like, wait. Yeah. So I was a little confused at first.
Yeah.
But I thought it was good. I really liked a lot of the little, like I said, the different subplots and the different characters that weren't major characters really, but like the busker.
Yeah.
Like the way, and I like what she said. She was like, okay, so this is not a spoiler, but there's this busker who's out like playing it was a guitar, right? Mm-hmm. And then she gives her like a couple coins every day. And somebody was like, well, you don't give her a lot all at once. So she's like, well, it's better to give a little kindness every day. I like that statement.
Yeah.
It was not easy for me to figure it out. How about you?
No.
Okay.
I was like,
okay.
No, totally threw me off.
Yeah, me too. And, we liked those kind of books.
No, I love when I'm like, I can't figure it out.
Because, they introduce a couple of people and you're like, oh, this is them. And then some things happen and you're like, oh, for sure. I got it. I don't even need to read the rest. And then all of a sudden, So that was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Okay. I loved it. Like, I loved the book.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
There was so many twists in it. And like you said, there's so many subplots. So it freaked me out because this stuff probably really does happen. Like,
in some sense, yeah.
Like, there has to be some kind of like semblance of this stuff going on. And
I mean, the thought came from somewhere, right?
I thought it was written really well. I think that now I'm like freaked out. Like,
I know.
I have nothing to worry about. I never leave my house like, unless they're following me to Walmart or like Food Lion. Like, I've got no worries.
But you're right. It does make you, and you know, there's several situations in there where they talk about like that hair on the back of your neck, standing up, and I mean, we all know that feeling. Yeah. So yeah, I agree.
And I love that she didn't let everybody talk her out of, like, it's all in her head.
Right.
Like, she stayed with it. She knew something was going on and she stayed with it. So good for her.
Yeah.
One.
Totally.
Because I do feel like as women, we get kind of like downplayed. Like, you know, like, oh, you're, you know, crazy women, whatever. And I think that her sticking with, like, she knew something was going on and she was not letting that up. And good for her.
Yeah.
I also love that she nailed the teenagers.
Yes.
Kids. Like, like their attitudes, or like, you know, like they hate you one minute, they love you the next. Not that like I get that much from Dylan, but as you know, like my poor mom had 4 of us, all within 6 years. And so I am sure we gave her a lot of that at some point. But, and you know, parents don't know anything type of stuff.
Right.
The characters were so relatable.
Right. And especially there was one part where the daughter was doing something and the son was like, she doesn't want me there anyway. I'm not going. And I was like, oh, that hits home. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think she did the characters really well. I love the book. I did not guess the ending.
Right. Another one of those.
Yeah. So I would give it 9 out of 10.
I would too. Yeah. I would too. With all the stuff going on, you know, we've talked before about how the last like 20% of the book is what's so exciting, but with all the other little things going on, it did keep my interest without taking away from the main story.
Yes.
What did you think about Kelly, the detective?
That threw me off too.
Yeah, me too. It was interesting for me because I was like, I wonder if I would have been reprimanded for the same thing that she was reprimanded for.
I have no doubt.
Yeah,
I would have. Like I am not in that role for a reason, and that's what, like when I said I'd like to be a private eye, I would not be a good detective. Because I have
no hands on.
No, I would definitely.
On
the other side of the bars,
but the same thing too. Wait, was she the one who her I might be getting my people mixed up. Where she was trying to pursue it and her boss was like, no.
Yes.
So, I mean, good for her for still trying to, you know, do what she could to help this other lady.
Well, and I think they were telling her no because she got demoted.
Right.
And so it wasn't her position to pursue that. But she felt the same way. And then, you know, the whole like other storyline with her twin sister.
Exactly.
This book was written so well.
I agree. There was a lot without it being messy.
Yeah. Yeah, so
it was so easy to follow.
If y'all have not read this book, definitely I would recommend it.
Yeah, I would too. It was pretty good. You mentioned reading it through Alexa or having her read it to you. Yeah. I did the same. I just, like we talked about, don't recommend that because it's hard. There's no inflection. There's no tone change. It's very monotone, but it's still a very good book, even though I did listen to it that way because it wasn't available on any of our free apps that we like to use.
Yes, and I don't like paying for
No. Well, especially, I mean, gosh, it's so expensive.
I know.
So anyway, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10 as well. I liked that one. I'd never read anything by her, so I was glad to find her.
Neither did I. And like, I had the book on my shelf, you know, like I buy books like all the time and, you know, finding the time to actually read it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we're doing this.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. This is kind of forcing me to take the time to. Yeah. Forcing me. But yeah.
But I think, you know, definitely recommend it 100%.
Yeah. Agreed. So next is Rock, Paper, Scissors.
Yes.
And it's by Alice Feeney.
Yes. And it is on the different apps.
Listen. Good. For the library.
Libby. It's definitely on Libby because that's what I'm listening to right now.
Okay, cool. I will look that up and we'll get to reading that one. And also our book list is on our socials.
Yes.
If anybody wants it. Why are you looking at me like that?
I was just listening.
Oh. You always make me nervous when you just sit there and listen. You are listening intently. Our book list that we're going to read over the next few weeks is on our socials.
Yeah.
And it looks like we need to start compiling another list.
I know. So, y'all, if you have any books that you guys want us to review,
yes,
we are totally open to adding something that you guys want to hear as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I do have a couple others that I would like to read, but I would love to get some other suggestions from people. So, it's how you find new authors you like and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because again, I've never read anything by Claire Mackintosh, and that was phenomenal.
Yeah, she was good. She was good. I agree. I liked her a lot. So rock, paper, scissors is next. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, it
sounds like nothing else I've ever read. That's why I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. I just started listening to it. It's definitely different.
Okay.
I think you're gonna like it.
Good. I'm glad we both liked this week's, because for the past few weeks we've gone back and forth. So it's nice when we both kind of like it, on the same page with it.
So I saw in our group, or maybe somebody tagged us in it or something, that they want the video, the full video of us.
They do.
So one, I think we were like joking, and I'm like, I need to go get some Botox.
Yeah. Well, I definitely need to get my roots done.
So if there's any spas out there, that would like to med spas
that would like to enhance us.
Yeah.
We're open.
But that is something that we have discussed doing as a Patreon for full video episodes of our crazy facial expressions.
Because apparently we're both very expressive.
We are. So when I'm editing these, because I edit the video as well as the audio, and so we have those, and I chop it up for social media posts.
Right.
I like laugh the whole time, like
just watching our faces.
We're very expressive.
I believe it.
Or like the dog photo bombing.
Oh yeah.
Or Dylan or Brandon walking in. So it's like, and we're both like,
yeah.
So
I think Brandon just did a few minutes ago.
So that is definitely something that we will most likely do in the next month or so.
Whenever that Botox kicks in. Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it sounds like people are interested in that.
Yeah.
I've had several people ask me about a video.
Me too.
So
that is something that we're working on.
Yep.
We'll announce it in the future.
We will. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I did, and I think I told you this. We did update some things and get some Pinterest activity.
Yes.
That's insane to me. We are on Pinterest. Yep. This is My Circus is our name, and it's our logo as our identification photo. And follow us on there. Help us spread our info around. But we did upload a couple of things and tag us. And y'all, it's like thousands and thousands of people that are seeing this. I'm talking like 36,000 at this count, which is crazy to me.
We need them to listen.
We do need them to listen. So there were some outbound link clicks and saves and whatever, but just the fact that many people have seen our faces is insane.
The YouTube shorts too, YouTube shorts with the same videos that we've been putting on Facebook and whatnot, but those are getting like a ton of
like in 10 minutes 1,000.
Yeah,
it's insane.
So that's pretty cool to see.
Absolutely, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
this is such a good outlet for me.
But then when somebody gives us a thumbs down, I'm like, what the heck, man? Like, if you don't like it, just keep scrolling.
There's no need for you to bring that negativity here.
You don't got nothing nice to say. Keep your thumbs to yourself.
I like that. I need that on the shirt.
Merch coming.
Right. Merch drop. Cool.
Yeah. So I've got a whole list of like stupid stuff we have said.
Great. I'm sure. Yeah.
I've got a list going.
There's not enough memory or whatever in the world to have a list of all of our stuff.
Oh, it'll be good. Like, it'll be something. We'll have a picture.
It'll be something. A picture of an alligator and a marshmallow. That is so funny.
I told you about my friend Alicia who has the reptile rescue.
I think we talk about Alicia all the time.
So
hey, Alicia.
Hey, girl. She just posted that they rescued a boa constrictor from like somebody let out in the wild because it got too big.
Oh my gosh.
I guess it was in like bad shape, but like just letting it out and like in Pennsylvania, like you're not in like a tropical place. Like it's Pennsylvania.
Right.
It's in mountains. Like it's not warm.
Yeah.
So not that I like snakes, but then I feel bad because it's, it's like,
well, it'd be
pet
like
release.
that. No, right, exactly. They don't know how to catch their food and fend on themselves. And
it's like, that's sad.
That is sad.
Even though I don't do snakes.
I would rather not, but I don't want to see something, not survive because of that. But, and I mean, okay, let me back up. Who doesn't know boa constrictors get big?
Yeah, I know. But, like, we've got these dumb people. Like, the people that have alligators as pets, and when they get too big, they release them.
Like when I just said I thought about getting an alligator as a pet. But no, you're right. No, they don't. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Like, I get mad when, like, people decide, like, their dogs get too big. Like, like...
Yeah.
And they're, like, furry and nice and sweet, and they cuddle. So, not that I would ever start with a snake.
Right.
But... yeah, they start out small, but those things are going to be like...
I don't know why that's a news flash to people.
Huge.
Uh-huh.
Huge.
I know. It's crazy. It's
bananas. So...
well, is it going to be okay?
She's doing the rehab now. Like, of course, like, that's expensive.
I can't imagine.
So...
that's weird. Like, okay, so a dog's limping, there's something wrong with one of their paws.
Yeah.
And I guess there's snakeologists. I don't know what they're called. But people that know specifically if a snake acts a certain way, then it's got this going on with it.
Yeah. I don't know what they're
If there's
called.
any snakeologists, listen.
Alicia, what's it called?
Yeah.
But she has so many different, she's got like this giant lizard thing. It's like, I don't know what kind of lizard it is. It looks like the Komodo dragon.
It might be.
I don't know.
You don't think it's that?
It is, but like, it's like something like that. It's huge. Her kids are also good with all the creepy crawlies. She does have a big giant bunny though, and it's the fattest bunny ever.
Oh.
So, like, I can cuddle bunny, but their other stuff...
not gonna cuddle that.
No.
I keep getting the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. I praise people that can do that.
And I appreciate that somebody is doing that. That's their calling.
Yes.
That is not mine.
No. I saved one.
You did such a good job. You did such a good job. He's under the desk again.
Yeah. There's always like dogs that get out in my neighborhood loose, and so like the little ones he loves.
Yeah.
But
big ones.
I started on our HOA page because everybody's like, "There's a dog loose on this street." We started a pet directory on our HOA Facebook, so that if you see a dog, you could hopefully easily find its owner, like find out where it belongs.
Rex likes long walks at night.
No, he likes to just lay in bed inside.
He does, but he likes a little.
He likes to walk twice a day, and that's it.
And that's it. Okay, so no long walks at night.
So Brandon won't let me buy. I want to get one of those giant bean bags for Rex. Like the love sacks.
Yeah, that are like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. But like the dog beds don't last long. Like
they don't.
It's like squishing. Like
they don't.
It's like not comfortable.
And they're hard to keep clean.
Yes. So I'm like, he's the size of a human.
Right.
He's like the size of like a, I don't know, 8-year-old.
Sure.
So I'm like,
precious.
Why not? So he was like, no, we're not getting the dog human size.
So when's it coming in?
Well, no. We had like, I don't know, 10 random like extra comforters around over the years.
Yeah.
And like you go buy a new comforter, you just throw the one in the closet. So he has like on top of his dog bed that also has pillows all around it. He has 6 puppy comforters.
He's like the princess and the pea.
It's the size, like the length of my bed now.
Oh.
And it keeps growing, but he loves it so much. And like he used to like half sometimes like lay in there all night long. But look at
oh my gosh, that's so sweet. He needs just get a twin mattress.
Tiny in that, like that's how big it is. Like yeah.
You just need to get like a twin size mattress.
Yeah. So he is loving the 6-layer blanket. He's quite happy now, but
good.
I was like, well, I'll make my own love set.
Yeah. Does he sleep spread out like that, or does he ever get like in a little ball?
He sleep normally, like that's how he'll sleep. He'll start in a ball and then he like stretches.
Yeah.
But right before bed, like we cuddle for like 10 to 15 minutes. I lay on the floor with him and like, rub his belly and we cuddle. When I'm going upstairs, I'm like, are you ready to go cuddle, Rex? And like he like runs to the stairs.
Of course he does.
So he starts out in a ball like while I'm getting ready for bed, and then when I lay with him, he like sprawls out and gets ready for the lovin's.
One of our dogs likes to always have like her nose hidden. So she'll get in a ball and like hide her nose, or like she'll find a blanket and like nudge under the blanket. The other two are like on their back, legs widespread open, but she's a lady. So
do any of your dogs snore?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. He is like a freight train. And he gets going.
Yeah. And so my office, I work from home too. And my office is kind of like yours where the dog bed is right next. And I'll be in a call and he'll snore. And I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all can hear that, that is not. But with them being like flat-faced dogs, they snore a lot.
So you have boxers.
Well, we have 2 boxers. Yeah. And then we have a mutt that's a boxer something, hound something. So your dogs are very active then. Like, are they no. Well, when people first come over, yes, like very excitable, whatever. But no, most of the time they're just laying around.
So they're not like the boxer videos that you see, like
no, I mean, yes, but for like 10 minutes, but then they're,
so they get like the zoomies and then they get it out.
Yes. Okay. Now, but our youngest one, the videos that you see where boxers are like destroying things, that would be our youngest one. If we just let him out. He is so naughty. I'm telling you, I've never had a dog that just destroyed stuff just to destroy it.
Do your other dogs try to like school them?
I don't know. 'Cause it happens like when we're not there. Okay, so we had some weird issues a few weeks ago where we got him a new crate. Our other 2, we crate trained, and then they graduated out of it, and they're fine with that. Mm-hmm. But, some dogs need to have a crate for safe space and all that, and he does, because he'll hurt himself. So we crate him. Well, the one that we had before had 1 latch on the front door that locked. This new one has got 2 because it's a little bit bigger. Well, something happened when we were leaving, and we would not shut it all the way. I guess we were still getting used to it, and we'd come home and he would be out, and like I'm talking like my keyboard at my desk, like my keyboard. What has my keyboard done? Like, why that? I have no idea why some of the stuff he got into. So he's naughty. He is the one that I would do a video on, because he is like that.
Did you get like a camera?
I did see a funny video the other day where it was like, I put my Fitbit on my dog today. She walked 33 steps all day long.
That would be him.
Yeah.
He doesn't move if I'm not home. So there would be no issue.
Not a lot of
him getting into anything.
Mine always want to seem to like get the zoomies though, like at midnight, because I stay up kind of late and I'm watching TV and stuff. Everybody else is in bed, or like Jackson's in his room, whatever. And that's when they start like clomping through the house like elephants, and I'm like, quit it.
Yeah. Like they say, like your dogs act like their owners, or they get the personalities of their owners, and like I really like feel like that's my spirit animal.
Well, then maybe that is why our dogs are crazy for 10 minutes and then they're chill. Maybe that's me.
Yeah. But like we walk him like 3.5 miles a day.
Yeah.
Like, he gets like a little over 1.5 miles in the morning, and then in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I think he gets it all out, like walking.
That's good though. No, but that's good for him.
Yes, just right, Lexi.
I feel like we talk about Rex just as much as we need to add that to our agenda. Yeah. Like, okay, dumb crimes, books reviews, Rex update. Speaking of dumb crimes,
yes,
and we're also going to review a dumb law.
Oh God.
So my dumb. Well, what do you want to do first?
Do the dumb crime first.
Okay, dumb crime. We did Alabama?
Alabama.
Okay.
All right. So this is from the New York Post. Police in Alabama were left shaking their heads Friday morning after a wild multi-state car chase led to the arrest of an accused car thief wearing a dumb bleep sweatshirt. We can't curse on this show because it's not rated for that. But it's dumb, but you can use the other word. One of the males was wearing this sweatshirt. The Oxford Police Department posted on Facebook of 2 men taken into custody, along with a photo of the prophetic garment. Maybe he should have taken his own advice this morning, the Post quipped. Cops began chasing the stolen white Mazda at around 9:30 a.m. in Haralson County, Georgia, the Post said. The alleged thieves later crossed state lines into Alabama, continuing on U.S. Highway 78 into Oxford, where the Mazda crashed into a store. Both men were arrested at a local Wendy's and faced drug charges and charges of receiving stolen property. Yeah, so he wore, like, they knew it was him for sure because of his sweatshirt
identifying him
as what he for sure is.
Yeah. How do you crash into a building? I mean, I understand like if you have a medical condition or something like that.
No, that was not meant. That was just stupidity. And one, like, don't wear identifying clothing. If you're going to commit a crime, you need to be a cat burglar.
Right. A little inconspicuous. Like, don't.
All black.
Yeah. All black. Just chill.
Yeah.
Not neon. No. Saying what you are across the front of it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So making mom proud.
Yeah. One day at a time. One day at a time. And then crashed into a building. A lot of bad decisions made that day by that dude.
But there was 2 of them. So like, yeah. But don't wear identifying clothing. Tip for the day. Yeah,
we could make a list.
We could. We should
write a book for how to be a good crook. How not to be a bad crook. Okay, so mine is very, very, very short. Like 3 sentences short.
Oh, I like it.
This is from police1.com.
Okay.
And they had this whole section on things that happened on Facebook, like that crooks did. So there was this lady named Tiffany Dielso, and she shared the police sketch that somebody had drawn, and she said, LOL, try again, PD. I'm way hotter than your ghetto bleep sketch of me. And then the police department responded back, thanks for your help in solving this crime. We'll be in touch. Like, basically, we're on our way.
Did you see that Facebook post that the police put like the wanted picture up, and the guy kept responding, and he's like, whatever, PD, it's not you, it's me. I have commitment problems. And like, they went back and forth for like 4 days, and the guy turned himself in. But like, he's like, I'll turn myself in by tomorrow night. Just gotta, take care of a few things. And the next day, the cops were like, well, I guess it is us and not you, since that time has come and gone. We're still waiting.
Oh my gosh!
Just to send you or send somebody to pick you up. We'll be happy to pay for this date.
Oh my gosh!
But that's back and forth for like days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you seen the ones where like the restaurants go back and forth with their signs?
Yeah.
Like they'll diss each other. Back and forth.
Listen, Wendy's has the best Twitter.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I want to know. We need that person on our staff.
Oh my
staff. I know. I made myself laugh with that one. I know, but they're great. I like to read theirs.
I love, like, they burn everybody. It's like the best marketing ever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. People love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fantastic.
And then like, as a business owner, I'm like, we had like thought about like taking that route in the beginning, and I'm like, no, we can't. Like, I don't want, like, people are like cuckoo nowadays.
True.
And so you don't want to offend anybody anymore
because you don't know how they're going to react.
Right. So we take the total opposite approach and like don't put any feelings. If you notice, like, my social media is like Dylan the dog and like business. Yeah. Like, I have no personal, no thoughts.
Yeah, no thoughts. No thoughts. Well, I don't like to post that stuff either because I just don't want to get into arguments about things all the time. Yeah. Which is why my Facebook is dogs and happy things.
Yeah. Like, it's just not, I don't understand like why everybody can't just have their own thoughts. But like, stuff that I don't want to see, like that I don't like watch, or like, I'm being like fed into on Facebook, and it's almost like because the election's coming up, like they're forcing you to see stuff again. Because up until like a month and a half, 2 months ago, like I never had anything political in my feed ever, and now it's like just down my throat.
Yeah.
Like, so
I know. I don't like it. I don't like it either. It's not even
fun looking at videos anymore.
No.
I live in a happy bubble.
I do too. I vote and I, whatever, but I'm not a big political person. Now, Brian likes to follow all the stuff. Yeah. I am.
Brandon, he follows a lot of like the crypto stuff and like the financial stuff. And he's very in tune with that. And which then of course comes politics. Yeah. And so I'm like, are you messing up my puppy feed?
What you're talking about, sir, is
Facebook is listening.
Yes.
And I don't want Facebook to listen to that.
More puppy. Let me talk into my phone so it'll pick it up.
Dumb crimes. I'll watch some dumb crimes too.
That'd be just fun.
Do you know that on Peacock there is a Snoop Dogg show? And it's called, I forgot what it is.
Oh my gosh.
So dumb it should be a crime or something like that. And it's like stupid people, but not crimes, but like just people doing dumb stuff.
Stupid stuff.
And Snoop Dogg and like other like famous people reacting to it.
That is great.
Yeah.
I'll have to find that one.
Yeah.
On Peacock, you say?
Yes. It's
I'll have to find it. That sounds
I love
funny.
Snoop Dogg. I think
I do too.
the best freaking videos. Like
he's hilarious. Yeah. He's hilarious.
And he does kid affirmations.
Right. Oh, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg, his like BFF Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
She was just on the cover of like swim.
You saw that?
Yes.
She was 81.
She looked like she was like 35.
I know.
My God.
First of all, I did not know she was 81. Like, I thought she was like in her 60s.
So did I.
What's wrong?
She looks amazing.
She does.
Like when you have all the money in the world, like you can look amazing.
Sure.
At that age.
But she spent time in the pen.
She sure did.
And so it did not affect her.
Did you see that thing that's like, which one of these is a felon?
Yeah.
Dog and Martha Stewart.
And it's Martha.
But yeah, she looked.
I know. Amazing. And she was just lounging on the beach in that bathing suit.
She was like feeling it.
Oh, I don't blame her. I'd feel it if I looked like that too.
That's like all. Do you watch Real Housewives at all?
No.
Okay. It's like all like the Real Housewives. Like everybody on Bravo is like 60 and older, or like, you know, they look like they're like 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they look better than me.
Well, that was the meme I saw. I can't remember exactly what it was, but something like Martha Stewart's 81, and I had that picture, and then like some.
She looked good.
So for all y'all that can't see, Dylan's in the kitchen, and he just pulled up Martha Stewart's picture.
Oh, it's so funny.
He said, "Dang, she looks good."
I mean, he's not wrong, but that came out of nowhere.
Right. For 81.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
Well, she looks, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the comparison between her looking like that at her age and then like a 35-year-old woman that they had on there was hilarious.
Yeah. It was probably me.
Me, but I'm not at 35.
Well, neither am I.
Back in the rearview mirror for sure. Did you find the dumb law? Okay, so there were so many.
There were so many. And like so many questions of how these laws came about.
Excuse me, Rex.
Oh yeah, he's just pushing us out of the way. Yeah, so I found a ton.
Okay.
So do you want to start with your dumb?
Let's go back and forth. Okay, so I'll start with my favorite one. It's illegal to wear a fake mustache in church.
I saw that.
Did you see that one?
One of eight, like the glasses. With
yeah.
What I was picturing with the eyebrows.
Yes, or just like a little Hitler mustache. But it's illegal because it could cause laughter. Okay, your turn.
Okay, it's illegal to dress up as a priest on Halloween.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
that's so funny. It's illegal for a driver to be blindfolded while operating a vehicle.
Why does that have to be?
Why does that have to be said? Right. I don't know.
Elephants must not be placed in electric ovens. But like how much of an elephant can you fit in an oven?
That's what I was thinking. And why is that a law?
And how did that
what was we need to make a law against that? Like, how was that big of a problem?
It had to be like
in Alabama,
like with the traveling circuses, maybe. You know, like the olden like scary circuses.
Yeah.
Circuses? That's not a word.
Circus eye. I don't know. Okay. Putting salt on railroad tracks can be punishable by death.
I found out why. Okay. When the railroads were like super active, no, it was cattle. It was what and like if they had sick cattle, they would, because the railroads would, I guess, have to pay for like if their cows got hit, like pay the damages or whatever. And so they would put salt or put whatever, like put it on the railroad track so that they would come and get hit by the trains.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So I did find, I was like, what the heck is this? And so I did see that.
That one's sad. Okay, let's get something more lighthearted.
Bear wrestling matches are prohibited.
I saw that too. But you know what? I have been through Alabama. I've never spent a lot of time there. But just, kind of what your preconceived notion about Alabama is. I could see where they tried that a few times.
Yeah.
Surprised it wasn't Alligator. Okay, I got another one. It's legal, not illegal. It's legal to drive down a one-way street in the wrong direction if you have a lantern attached to your vehicle.
That had to have been made like
when vehicles first came out. Yeah.
Okay. Here's one for you.
Okay.
You cannot chain your alligator to a fire hydrant.
Again, how much of a problem was this that they had to write a law?
alligators are strong.
Yeah.
So I'm picturing the alligator like ripping the fire hydrant out and like, like the
guys are coming up.
Yeah. So somebody had to have chained their alligator to the fire hydrant.
Okay, one more.
Okay.
In Mobile, Alabama, it's illegal to spray silly string.
That's horrible. That's a horrible law.
That is a horrible law. I mean, I guess it is considered litter.
That's a horrible law.
But silly string is joyful. It's so much fun.
Yes. I don't like that one.
Me neither.
Okay. You may not have an ice cream cone in your back pocket at any time.
Again, why is this a thing? You know what? I don't want this quite. I'm not going to finish it. I'll just put it in my pocket. Is it legal in your front pocket? And why is it illegal? Like, what is it hurting?
I got questions.
Alabamians,
please tell us.
Tell us.
Maybe like an animal like attacked the person because it was in his back pocket.
Okay, I see that. So an alligator was chained to the fire hydrant. They walked by with sounds like a
Marshmallow
joke.
flavored ice cream.
And the alligator went crazy, and the person drove by blindfolded, so they didn't even know what's going on.
Okay, I'm with you.
My gosh.
Oh, since we're talking about Alabama,
Yeah.
did you see that there's a new documentary coming out about? It's called Bama Rush, and it's about the sorority.
I've heard of it. I'm going to have to watch that.
Me too.
It sounds fascinating.
The whole sorority thing is not my...
But it's fascinating.
I am so intrigued. I get like sucked into TikTok,
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like the girls telling their experiences.
Yes.
Since they announced that this is coming out.
Yeah.
And like how some girls, after they didn't get a bid into any of the houses, they like quit college.
Well, I want to say it was our friends Patrick and Jillian that covered one of these episodes, some episode about sorority life, I thought.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know either, but that sounds very interesting. I'll have to watch that.
I'm like so intrigued. And, several girls got kicked out because there was like, it got leaked that that there were undercover people or people that were approached to wear, microphones or wear secret cameras or whatever. And people that were not involved got kicked out because they were under suspicion of.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's fascinating. I like watching a lot of stupid documentaries and stuff.
Me too. I know.
That sounds really good though. I want to watch that.
I know, and it's kind of like more lighthearted. It's not like murder.
Right. It's just
just girls ruining their lives over
quitting college because I didn't get a bid of sorority. Oh my gosh.
But there was, only because I saw all this, and it was around that time that they were doing this documentary, there was a trans person that was trying to get in and he didn't get a bid at it from any house. And there was like a big to-do over that. They were speaking out against with this, not in a documentary, but for the documentary, and like that experience. But that was never like my thing. Or or, I never had the calling to
do that.
Yeah, I was okay, not.
Yeah. Well, so I had, and I know we're probably over time, but I have a funny story. Speaking of like sororities and whatever, so. This is how I relate that to my today life. I'm an admin for a mom's page on Facebook. Yes. And basically that just means I like approve people to get into the page and then approve posts. Well, it's a mom's page. And I know that there's fantastic fathers and dads out there. Like, I'm not denying that, but it's a mom's page.
Yeah.
And there are some questions in there that people probably wouldn't be comfortable voicing or giving feedback if it was open to, just everybody. Now, that's not saying that people don't screenshot something to show their husband or whatever, but we do what we can to protect, the women in that group. Well, we've really had to crack down because people are inviting men, like a lot of men, to these pages.
Hi.
So there's been a new rule implemented that like, this is your warning. Yeah, this is your warning. If you invite men, you're going to get kicked out. I mean, it's pretty simple. Well, I'm a white lady, for those of you that don't know me. So I messaged this one lady who invited her husband to the group. And I mean, it was very obvious that they were spouses because of their names and their pictures, and because I did some digging trying to figure out how they were connected. So I messaged her as I was like, due to inviting a man to the page, you're being removed. I said, you can rejoin at a later time. And she was like, don't you think that's racist? And she was white and her husband was white, according to all these pictures. And I was like, I mean, no, I don't think it is. I don't think that this is racist.
She got like sexist.
I think so, because she responded a little bit later and I didn't even read it because I was like, I'm not even entertaining that. I've got more to do with my time than that. But I was like,
did you approve my post yesterday about the iPad? Was that you?
No, that wasn't me, but I did see it. But I'm glad it found its home.
Yeah. So we were grocery shopping at Walmart, and I didn't even notice it. Like, we just took the cart because it wasn't like one that was stuck. You know, like how all the carts are stuck in Walmart.
Yes.
So we just took the one that was loose, and we're putting stuff in there, and I wasn't paying attention. Dylan's like, whose iPad is this? And we were like halfway through the store, and like neither of us saw it. And
it was in the buggy the whole time.
Or
the cart, whatever people call it.
But it was in like the big part. I didn't even notice it. Dylan, like, we were literally like in like the back corner of the store, and he's like, whose iPad is this? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, we checked out, and like I turned it into customer service. But
I saw they found it. Yeah, the owner found.
They went. Somebody texted them after the post, and I guess they went and got it. So I'm glad they got it, because I would have been freaking out, like losing a school iPad.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm glad that
it found its home.
Yeah, because I would have been so mad.
So school, they have today. They have tomorrow and Wednesday, and then Thursday is a half day.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason's like, I'm not even taking my iPad. It's like, just take it. They might be taking him up today. But he's so over it.
They don't take him up for the summer.
Well, with him going into high school,
they just get iPad Pros.
They just switch them.
Mm-hmm. We switched them the first week of school.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what do you want to do, Mississippi?
Sure.
Considering with our Southern stuff we've been doing.
So Mississippi, and then rock, paper, scissors is the book.
Yes. I told you I can't wait to read that one.
Yeah.
So I'll have to pick it up.
Yes. So again, if anybody has anything that they want us to read and discuss, please let us know. And if anybody wants to join us for an episode, be a guest, be my guest,
be a guest.
Y'all don't want to hear me sing.
No, me neither. But I do love that movie.
Me too.
Well, we would love to have a guest or two. So let us know.
Yes. You guys can listen to us next week.
You can listen to us next week. So follow us on our socials.
Yes.
And also please leave us a review. We really appreciate it. And tell your friends.
Subscribe. And share, please.
Please. Thank you.
That helps us a ton.
It does. Helps the algorithms.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.